My name is Zach. I'm a director from Ocean Spark Studios, and this is my year in review. So this has been the most incredible year of my life, and I couldn't have done any of it without the Enterprise team, and the support we've been given has got us where we are today. So thank you so much. So I'm going to start from the beginning. My journey started a long time ago. It started in college. I've always aimed to run my own business and wondered how I could achieve this goal. I then got into my second year of uni and heard about the Enterprise placement year, which I instantly wanted over any placement. Trying to find a team was hard, and I nearly entered it alone, but after putting my heart and soul into a game idea, I managed to find the most incredible people I could have ever dreamed about working with. Each and every member of my team has so much passion and love for what they do. It makes this project even more incredible than it is. So not only a thank you to the Enterprise team for getting us where we've been today, but a huge thank you to my team as well. So for me, it started in February. I began play testing my own demo for my own idea at this point, so that when I approached people I could show people exactly what I was imagining to make. This definitely helped, as it showed even alongside uni work that I myself was a passionate artist who wanted to achieve something big, and I wanted to show people that even with other things going on, this can be achieved. So August. This was initially the start, the NEMOG event. It started off really fast. We dove straight into huge events and we didn't really know what we was doing or why we were there. But from it we met so many people. One of these people was Jamie Sefton, which now he's become such a big important link in the industry for us. So although we gained little from attending, in the long run we actually gained a lot from this. September. We collaborated with Torchbearer and looked into what they could do for us and what we could do for them. We attended Eurogamer to see what other studios did, what it was like and how people market, which were amazing for us really, because as a startup studio, going to see what other people did was such a huge help for us. While we were there, we saw the transfuser area and we met a lady who ran the fund, and she pushed us to go for the fund next year, which sounded great for us. We couldn't do this to limitations, but anyway, making these links, it is important for when we can actually do this. This brings us to October. This is the month where we won £300 from a funding from a Dragon's Den-like pitch. We could use this to pay for a stand at EGX, which is amazing, as this is something that I've always wanted to do. From attending it with university beforehand and seeing what we could do and achieve there, it's something that I've always dreamed of being able to do. So at the time we discovered we would actually be helped by Unreal themselves for working within their engine, providing an extra screen if we choose to go with them in the big room instead of the indie section, which is a no-brainer. This means we were alongside some huge selling titles and big studios such as Sumo Digital. November. Former EPY students came to see our games and they really enjoyed what they saw. Sam and Gary came in and they were so shocked we had achieved so much in such a little time that they've become really good friends of ours. This gave us a huge confidence boost, as we realised that people who have done this before and have been successful wasn't even as far into this at this stage, which meant not only were we on track, but we were doing way better than we thought. At this point we got proof of concept from the Enterprise placement team, which we used to get Torchbearer involved in code to create the first bits of code we needed to see if we could potentially work together as a collaboration in the future, or if we should look into other options. December. This month was huge for us. We spoke to previous students and other companies such as Red Kite and found out exactly what publishers want and what they'd want to do. We learned about how they work and what they do, which prepared us for the future. Something like this is something we would never have learned without doing this placement year, as when we were in uni, nobody really told us about any of this. They just expect you to get a job within industry and learn from people higher up, but that's not what we wanted to do here at Ocean Spark. We wanted to create our own business and be the managers of our own studio. So to do this, we need to know this important information. In December, we also became a limited company, which, although seemed really daunting, was helped through by the Enterprise placement team, such as Paul, who was an incredible help when it came to anything to do with this kind of stuff. So thank you so much for helping us through that time. January. This month the level design really began to kick off. Torchbearer were testing new systems which initially locked us out of creating anything for the game. So in total, we had from January to April to get something ready for EGX, which we were quite worried about, but we did have something to show. We just wanted it to be better because we knew it could be better. This month we also did our first bit of outsourcing. We decided maybe Ellie didn't have time to create the characters and she was struggling a bit because she had so much on with a Rising Star competition, which she did incredible in. So we got somebody to design and create our final character. But when it came back to us, it just didn't fit Ellie's art style. We wanted the main characters to all look the same, so Ellie decided, well, let's just create the character ourselves. So we did. We saved this outsourcing to be a big boss for the game, which all in all works out for exactly what we wanted. This month we did have struggles with Torchbearer, so we called meetings and they seemed really unreliable. We questioned if collaboration was the right thing to do, and they apologised and they just said they wanted to be a part of this game so they would push themselves further. This brings us into February. We went live on social media updating people loads of things that we've been up to for the past few months and showing off what we could possibly do. We started thinking about how to market ourselves and get ourselves out there by looking unique and interesting. We started to create a Kickstarter at this point, which we wanted to make live in March to run over Insomnia and EGX, which we planned on attending. Doing this, we thought it would help drive our funds to reach the goal we was aiming to do. To help alongside this, we ran an art competition that's still ongoing for people to get involved with. We thought this was an amazing way to get people involved in not only funding the studio and the game, but getting people involved in some kind of small project that they can be proud of. So if we did place something that they created in the game, it could be used for their portfolio. March was the most incredible time of my life. So, we attended EGX and we met so many studios and people. We had amazing feedback and interest from people who worked at massive studios such as Rockstar, Sumo Digital and multiple others. Not only did they give us great feedback, but they helped us backing on Kickstarter. So not only this, but we met so many indie studios which we've kept in contact with for future events, which is just incredible. To be able to go down to these events and make friends like that is amazing. EGX was the most incredible time of my life. I have never felt so happy and part of an industry. It was such an incredible feeling to meet all of these huge big time developers and people like Mike Gamble, who's a manager of Epic Games. We had so many interviews with people from Epic Games, smaller blogging sites and also Creative England. Which brings me on to speaking to Rob Crossley. Me and Helen went in guns blazing. We are so passionate about this game, we didn't even plan what we was going to say. We just explained who we are and what Tetra is, and he said he'd never seen so much passion and straight away wanted to give us £25,000 worth of funding with no strings attached, which at the point I think I actually shed a tear. I was that happy and so proud of everything we have achieved as a studio. I was so excited to tell Ellie and Dan and take the good news back to them. In these meetings we also spoke to Sega, Nintendo and several other publishers, which was incredible. To build links with people like this at such an early stage in my life is an amazing life-changing opportunity and something we would never have achieved without the enterprise placement year. Although we had got through to the final round of UK Games Fund, this month we was told while we were at EGX that we had not got the funding, but this luckily came at a good time due to Creative England. It didn't hit us hard. Plus, the feedback we got was amazing. The only thing that they could say in the feedback was to have a more clarified gameplay, which will obviously come with time anyway. Other than that, the reports we sent them were spot on, and we came across as a highly professional business, doing better than multiple other huge studios. So a big shout out to Catherine and Phil for their guidance once again. March was an incredible introduction to the industry and made us all aware of how incredible life can be if we aim high and achieve big. Even such a small event has made me into such a better person. The confidence it gave me as an individual was incredible, and I'm so happy to be part of such an amazing journey. This brings us on to April. April began with struggles from Torchbearer. Once again, we decided should we end this collab or should we have a meeting with them and try and sort something out. We thought it's better and more professional to speak to them as people and find out what they really want from this. So we went into a meeting to tell them what had been done wrong, why it isn't fair and what they're doing and how this looks from a business point of view, not just a friend's point of view. We gave them two choices. One of them was to take a new form of work from us, or the other was to scrap everything everyone has done and just start from scratch, which obviously at this stage is a bad idea. They decided to go with our new plan. As a person, I have developed so much throughout the year. I've always wanted to run a small studio, and like I said earlier in this video, when I was back in college it was something that I'd always dreamed of doing, and to be able to actually come to university and in my second to third year actually start on my dream is such a great experience. It's something I never thought would be possible. I think people worry when they come to the university because it's seen as you go in, you learn some stuff and then you leave and you've got really nowhere to go, no direction, which that's scary. So when this opportunity arose, I just saw it and thought how amazing this could actually be for me as a person, us as a team, and it has been the best, most incredible experience of my life. And I just want to thank everybody involved, whether that's staff at the Enterprise Placement Team or Ocean Spark Studios. Not only have I made some amazing friends, which I could have never have done without this, but I've learnt so much as a person, as a company, and it's just helped me grow so much as a person. So I just want to thank each and every one of you.